Watch out. Watch out, everybody. Watch those skies because you know what? The world knows that we're not alone, and that's what Third Phase of Moon is all about. Getting the word out that things are happening above us. Every day, every minute of that hour, 24/7, there's a UFO sighting going down. And we want to share your stories from around the world. I mean, that's right, around the world. We have connections, friends, in every continent that have reached out to Third Phase of Moon. Quite incredible, quite exciting, because disclosure is right here at Third Phase of Moon, the world's largest YouTube channel in regards to this phenomenon. You know what? There's a lot of people calling in. This is Blake Cousins, Third Phase of Moon, and we will be speaking with the public. The number to call in is 347-934-0378. And you know what? I'm excited because this is what it's all about. Friday radio shows on Third Phase of Moon, taking calls. The people get to speak. They get to share their side of what's going down, and that's what people really enjoy and find more important than the old rehash story. How many times do we need to talk about Roswell or the Rendlesham Forest? We've been down those roads. People want to hear the new story that's happening. So I really appreciate everybody reaching out. We got all kinds of area codes, all the way from 614-405-347-801. We're going down the gamut. 319. How about let's start with 319? And we're going to get to everybody tonight. 319, you there? Thanks for calling into the show.
Hey, yes, it's YouTuber Enigma Seeker. If you want, you can get another caller in. I'm trying to send you guys some pictures of some UFOs, but I'm having a little trouble on my internet. So
okay,
how about I can... Yeah, you can do the next caller, and maybe you can come back.
Wow. Oh, cool. Enigma Seeker's sending me some UFO photos. That's a cool place to get started. We're gonna get to them in just a bit. So let's get to the next caller. Let's get to area code 206. We're gonna get to Enigma Seeker, see what his UFO photos are all about. But 206, you there? Hello. You hear that? 206, you there? Everything okay? Moving along here. The weird sound. Weird sounds. We're used to weird sounds here at Third Phase. We get a lot of feedback. I mean feedback on a microwave blast kind of style feedback. Alien feedback. I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes you get through and sometimes you don't. Let's try 319. You're live. This is Third Phase of Moon.
Oh, hey, it's still Enigma Seeker. Can you can go to the next caller.
Yep, sorry about that. We got lots of callers. We'll get back to Enigma Seeker. Sorry about that. 713. You there? Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, I just want to tell you about something that me and my wife saw on right here on our freeway. We don't live too far from the Houston NASA area here, and so as we were driving on the freeway, we right in front of us, I'd say maybe about 400 feet, and elevated it up a little high on an elevation. We saw something that was I've never seen before, and it was like it was like liquid silver. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. Liquid silver.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like liquid silver pouring down, and then it stops and disappears. And it was coming, it was vertical, coming towards the ground. And it was just, it was weird. And so I asked my wife, I said, did you see that? She said, yes. What was that? And so anyway, she didn't know. And then once we got home, which was just about 10 minutes away from there, from my backyard, I did see the same thing, and if from my backyard, I'm basically or they're very close from that area, here in Houston, NASA. But I saw the same thing, and I'm just trying to explain, trying to have an explanation of what it could be.
Jeez, that's a tough one, especially when you're dealing with NASA, right? Because they're in affiliates with the military, independent contractors, and who knows what else they're up to. And, they're messing around with reverse alien technology. I pretty much would bet everything I have on that. That's a no-brainer. So whatever you witness over there along with your wife, that's always good that you have somebody there with you to confirm that, you saw something quite incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. That confirmed it. But, I've never seen anything like that. Haven't seen anything like that again. But, it almost seems like, the Star Trek, wherever, how that thing materializes and dematerializes.
Huh.
Something like that. Like the, what is that called? The
cloaking? Like a cloak?
It could be. It was, whatever that's called that people transport through. Transport.
Well, I see, like a teleporter.
Like a teleport, exactly. Thank you. So
it kind of
was exactly like that. It was exactly like that, and the length of it was as well. But it was like watching liquid silver, like a streak, like just pouring down, and then it disappears.
Strange. Wow. That's
no, that was very strange.
That's what freeway was this on? And do you recall the date, the exact date? Maybe other people.
That was on. Well, that was on 45. Interstate 45.
And when did this happen? What?
This must have happened maybe about 8 months ago.
Gotcha. Yeah, about what time of day would you say?
That was at night.
Well, so this is, that's interesting. And what I'm thinking again is what you saw. You know what rockets look like. You know what airplanes look like. You know what weather.
Oh no! This was much closer. This was just. It wasn't far from us at all. It was, like I said, 100, 200 yards. It wasn't really that far. It was just right. But thing is, can't explain that. So, just wanted to see if you guys would know, have seen something like that before or not.
Yeah, we've got a lot of videos, and it sounds. I've seen some liquid metal, metallic, cigar-shaped kind of videos from submitted to us from around the world. Maybe it could be organic, an organic being of some sort. I sure wish you got it on video, but I appreciate you calling in and sharing the story.
Yeah, no, it was something like a transporter. That's the way it looked. It was vertical. But anyways, thanks.
Wow, that Houston, Texas, and NASA experimenting with who knows what. Appreciate the caller there. Appreciate the caller. Let's get to more callers. We got to get to them. We've got to get to them quick because we only got about 45 minutes left, and this thing goes by so fast. 512, you're live. Third Phase of Moon. 512, you there? What was that? Here we go again. All right, moving along. Let's try 916, and we're going to get to Enigma Seeker here real quick about these UFO photos, whatever those are all about. 916, you there?
Hey, Blake, it's Christina George.
Christina, welcome back. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Well, doing pretty good. We just released your incredible interview with Chalice, and that's very insightful. Wow, it went on for almost over 2 hours of incredible insight, real detailed. Chalice pretty much laid it all down, and that's kind of cool that following up on this kind of stuff and getting other people's opinions and cross-examining the witness is pretty neat. Not that we're prosecutors, we just want to get people's want to know if what we're dealing with seems legit, and I believe Chalice is the real deal.
Right, and you see with the interview, we had a lot of people who had questions and wanted to call in to talk to her. So much so that we're going to bring her back for a second show. She just has so much to share. So,
well, next time I want to be part of that one. I want to get in on some of those questions. But what about Jack's videos? Have you seen some of the new videos coming out on Third Phase Moon? There's the Four Horsemen, the Clouds, and then there's Jack's video. It's been kind of going incredible on Third Phase this past week of submissions. Any ones that stand out to you last week that you've seen recently?
It is the Four Horsemen one was a very interesting one. It's always so interesting. You get so many amazing photos and videos that are come across. It's just so great to see so many people willing to share this information and get it out there. And some of it is just shocking.
Well, it's quite amazing because I recall, I was just thinking to myself, and thinking out loud with my brother Brent, do you remember a few years ago on Third Phase Moon, we'd put out a video maybe 1 or 2 times a week. Now we're putting out 5 videos submitted every day, almost every day. It's just so much information coming in. It's almost overwhelming. We're trying to keep up on it. There's so much, and that's quite incredible. I bet you the next year, each episode will be having probably 10 different videos and photos of people's UFO experience. It's just on a snowball effect.
Absolutely.
Started down.
We're definitely seeing a lot more people calling in as well. It's just so many more people are just feeling more comfortable with coming forward with their experiences, their sightings, and having shows like this to be able to discuss it are great. This is exactly what we need to get the information out.
Absolutely, Christina. Speaking of calls, let's get to some, and stick around, no doubt. I always like you chiming in and asking some of the questions. All right, Christina, we'll be with you right back. Let's get to, let's see, so many callers in, and it's just, you almost kind of roll the dice on these because you just never know what kind of great story you're going to hear next. 801, you're live, Third Phase Moon. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
Oh, you might remember me. I'm Nathan from Utah.
Yeah, Utah.
How you doing?
Shane, doing pretty good tonight.
Sandy, Utah.
Oh, Sandy. Yep. This is Long Street. I lived on Sandy.
Yeah.
Yep. It's pretty cool. Nice place.
How are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Quite excited. I love Friday nights and great radio, great UFO stories, and we're in our new studio, so I'm pretty comfortable right now, and it feels good, real good. So what's going on? Anything going on in Utah lately?
So, there's always some crazy stuff. We have Dugway, we have Hill Air Force Base, we have ATK, we have Lockheed Martin, and all these, military places up here that do a lot of fabrications and testing because we're in that area between New Mexico and Nevada. So there's always some cool stuff going on. You just got to keep your eye out.
Absolutely.
So kind of interesting story. Well, I was, I'm babysitting right now, my son and his cousins and stuff like that, and I just had a little regression for a second. Remember how I told you about my dad and I having visitations at the house? There they are. Hey, guys. But
you're being attacked.
Do you remember that story?
Yeah, I sure do.
So I just had this little thought, and I remember always, getting frightened because I'd wake up in the middle of the night and always think I would see something. Well, I remember the book Communion about fire in the sky. My mom always had that out. I always told her, get the book out of here. I don't like it. She asked me why, and I said, because I get visitations by them. Well, I just had a little memory that I used to go out and get into my parents' bed so I wouldn't be bothered. And I remember one night when, walking me downstairs, and it's like I didn't remember that forever until just right now. So just wanted to share that. It was kind of interesting. I'm getting more and more pieces.
Yeah, it kind of comes in bits and pieces from what I can tell in regards to your kind of experience. That it's hard to bring it all together all at once. And
I remember their face too, and it's clear as day. I
really
draw it. Yeah, oh yeah.
Let me ask you: how do they blink, and how do their lips move?
There's not much movement. It's all mind. There's no emotion physically like we do, how we express ourselves with body movement. It's all by soul and consciousness.
What about their skin? Is there like a sheen? If they were under a light, how would it glare off their skin? Is there a smell?
No. I don't remember odors as of yet. I remember touch and feel, more visualization of like features and everything. I mean, they were definitely I wouldn't say gray, but almost white. Yeah, but very subtle, soothing features. People have a lot of misinterpretations of what they're meant to be. They're not scary.
Have your children ever come across these entities?
My son Dylan, I've asked him about it. He's 5 years old now, so I think the time's going to come soon. And it's probably already happened now. I don't ask him a lot because I don't know if you ever remember as a child how pure your soul and intentions are. You're more susceptible to things around you. And some pretty interesting things can happen. And I think everybody could really probably express that too on the show. At a young age, I would think everybody would have some type of moment where things aren't in reality. Would that make any sense? I'm sure you've had that experience a few times as a young child.
Well, absolutely. And I shared my exclusive experience along with my brother when we were about 4 years old with Christina George for the first time on her show. And that was quite we don't like talking about that too much. It's our own personal experience, but we thought there's times and places to share this. And Christina's place and her show is a great place to share it. Christina, any questions to the gentleman from Utah?
Well, how long has it been since you got your regression? Because I personally just went through my very first session of regression myself, and things are starting to come back daily. I'm getting more information.
Yeah. Well, no, exactly. You're absolutely correct. It is daily. And, this experience, like I've told Blake, has happened at a very young age. It's meant to be. It's a personal relationship, and I still feel surrounded by them all the time. I'll get information from them through dreams and everything, and it's a real deal. But the whole key to having the connection is through consciousness and inviting them into you, and because that's what you're part of, and that's the basis of life itself. There's more than just what's going on right now. We're connected.
Yeah, we are connected, and right now we're connected to the world via Third Phase of Moon, taking calls from people, the public, and these stories are real. They're not.
But yeah, if you guys would ever like to chat sometime, you guys are more than welcome to get more information from me. I'm planning on doing a desert run here out in just a little bit with one of my buddies, and we're going to make contact, and hopefully we can get some footage, and I would be more than happy to send it to you guys.
Do that. That's incredible. We have eyes on the skies around the world, and people have your cameras ready. What we're going to do right now is take a break. Everybody take a big breather, because what we're hearing is quite incredible. And I bet you there's a lot more on the way. This is Third Phase of Moon, Blake Cousins Live Radio. We'll be right back.
objects, origin unknown.
Third Phase of Moon, rocking it down. That's Paul Barrett's new track, available on iTunes right now. You like this? You like this music you've been hearing over the past few years? Download it for your enjoyment right now. Third Phase of Moon's late cousin's back, taking your calls from around the world. Let's get to it. Let's get to it right now. Let's get to somebody who's been hanging on for about 30 minutes or so. 4:05. You're live, Third Phase of Moon. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Blake, congratulations on 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, man.
Yeah, baby.
Well, this
Thanks,
is
man.
Mysterious
Appreciate
from Oklahoma, and I just want to say I'm really loving what you've been putting out lately, especially from Jack. I mean, oh my. I thought he was just nothing more than a one-trick pony, but
yeah,
man, this guy has more bullets than a six-shooter, I can tell you that much, man.
Well, you know, Jack in the beginning, he sent us a video, I think it was about 6 months ago, and I was kind of quite curious about what Jack's been up to. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 3 or 4 different angled videos of incredible, maneuvers in the skies. You know, it doesn't make sense. Bruce, even his neighbor, captured this.
Yeah, I mean, you can say, oh, those are Chinese lanterns. I mean, listen, Chinese lanterns don't get that high and burn out, you know, in sequence. I mean, they'll probably, you know, come down to the ground as they get low on fuel, like anything else, because you know they rely on heat to maneuver, right? Or
and interlocking with each other. It seems like they're docking with. You know, that's what doesn't make much sense, is because you would think that there would be some kind of, if they're not drones. I'm trying to roll out what this is, and I just really can't put my thumb on it. It is a UFO, lots of UFOs doing weird things. Yeah. And I got a feeling Jack he's on this ranch. I think he said it's over 100 acres, and things are happening on a upscale, quite action going down. So, am I breaking up? How's the audio coming in, everybody? Give me a flash check.
Well, you're coming in fine where I'm at, Blake. But other than that, you're sounding pretty good. Nice.
Well, it seems that we're getting some callers saying there's a breakup in this system. But if anybody gives me a quick on the flash chat, if the audio is okay, because this has got to be the audio has got to be good, because if we don't get the information out and nobody hears this stuff, then that's not good at all. But I got a feeling it's all good.
Yeah. Hey, Blake, I got a quick question for you.
Sure thing.
I've always been skeptical about some of these, you know, UFO summonings, you know, but since I live in Oklahoma, I can't really afford a trip to California or, you know, let alone Hawaii. I was maybe you may know somebody around in my neck of the woods can put one up, maybe.
What do you mean? I don't quite get
that question. Like a UFO summoning calling, what these people are calling nowadays? Because, like, it gets some guy can summon UFOs or whatever. You mean like that? I can't remember his name, but he's like.
Yes. Yeah, I think I got you. His name is Reynolds Kamaka Viviole, and he's a kahuna, and he claims he can summon UFOs, and he did for us, and he did it for the Weather Channel too. They were all there. The cameras were there. Everybody was pretty much in shock what he said he would do, and he did it. He did it big. So, yeah, we want to bring him back.
Yeah, is there a way you can send him to my neck of the woods so I can really believe what he can do? Because I'm not questioning him, but it would be nice to see something in person for once. That really makes me believe that what he can do is for real, man.
Yeah, he lives here in Hawaii, and he really doesn't do any events like some other people do, which is fine. But he's his own kind of guy with it. But we'll try and convince him if he's ever up in Utah to contact you. But if you ever come down to Hawaii, if you come down to Hawaii, man, we'll set something up. All right?
Okay. Well, if you got someone that can stand out this more public, then that's probably more official for me.
Gotcha. I understand that. That's for sure. He was in the public with the Weather Channel, and they had their cameras rolling, their producers, and they had a sharp eye on what was going down. And the producer was brought to tears after what he saw. So that was public. We wanted to share it on the Weather Channel, but the Weather Channel shut it down. They suppressed the whole shoot. So that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me get.
Yeah. Well. Just keep up the good work, and I'll let you know if I see Bigfoot around my neck of the woods. And if I do, I'll give a picture of him or kill him or something.
Shoot it, but just wound it. Just wound it. Don't kill it, and then we'll fix him up. Poor Bigfoot, but don't maim him too bad. But yeah, let's get some proof, man. Let's get it once and for all as far as Bigfoot. Hey, thanks for the call, all the way from
all right, bye, man.
Sandy. Thank you so much, Sandy, Utah. The world is waking up around the country and the world, taking calls right now. Let's get to it. 347, you live? You're live, Third Phase. 347, you there? 347. 1, 2, 3. Got to go. We got to make room for the lines. We got to make a lot of room. Let's see. We got 651 that's been hanging out. You're live. Welcome to the show. 651, you there? All right. Information not being shared. Gotta go. We got to do it. We're going to go to it. I guess we could try Enigma Seeker and see what Enigma Seekers. What? Let's try it. Let's try this. 909. Did we get to you yet? There's so many callers. I'm losing track here. Uh-oh. Hello? 909, you're live. You're breaking up. Hello?
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Doing good, man. There's a lot of static going on.
Is that better?
There you go. Much better. Where are you calling from, man? What's your name?
Give me 1 second.
Hello? Yep.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Fix it.
There you go. Is that better?
Hello? There's a lot of wind coming in. That's better. Go ahead. What's your name?
My name's Rob, and I'm out here in Moreno Valley, California, and I came up here at the top of this mountain, and I'm just amazed at how many, I capture a lot of UFOs, but there's so many drones, up here in the Inland Empire, California. It's really kind of nerve-wracking. I mean, you can't see, above this, people in the city can't see above the haze, but there's a pretty high altitude when you climb up this mountain back of a house here, and there's just so many drones flying. I mean, last night I counted, just that I recorded, on tape, probably about 20 different drones, just all at the same time flying over Inland Empire. And it's a real trip. I record a lot of UFOs coming over the mountain, but
lots of drones.
Hello?
Lots of drones. Yep. That's the thing. Uh-oh. That's the thing with the drones nowadays. We get a lot of people that are freaking out of videos. We get a lot of videos and people go, "Oh my God, what the heck is that?" And they have these green LED lights on there, or red flashing lights and green flashing lights. And they go, "Oh my God, it's moving up and down." Let me tell you, it's surprisingly, people aren't aware that there's drones out there in the sky. Lots of them. There are also UFOs out there. So you got to have a discerning eye of what's a drone and what's something that's a UFO, unidentified. And people out there with cameras and their eyes discern it. If it's green and flashing red lights, it's a drone most likely. Not saying that there is a mimic out there. There could be mimics, but in most cases they're drones. We're looking for things that are extraordinary, like liquid silver metal dripping from the sky in a, what is it, a transportation device kind of looking thing. Now that's something special. Let's see what we could do here with phone calls. We got about 24 minutes left, so we've got to get to it. 831, welcome to Third Phase of Moon.
Who's that? Is that me? 831, I don't know.
Yeah, that's you, man. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing good. I just wanted to report a UFO I saw. And I apologize for not getting any video.
Oh, that's okay. What did you see? Where'd you see it?
It was in over kind of Loma Prieta, which is near Santa Cruz. And I was coming down the hill, High Street, from the university, and I saw a huge, well, I shouldn't say huge, it was small from where I saw it, but it was far away, so it must have been big. Square object, dark gray.
Square?
Yeah, kind of rectangle, though, more rectangular. It's easier to say square for me, but it was longer, had a yeah.
4 sharp edges, rectangular, almost like
sharp,
a monolith. Sharp, crisp. What color? Black? Was it black?
It wasn't black. It was dark gray. It wasn't black. But, that could have been something reflecting from clouds because there were clouds under it. Because I was above, looking sort of at the equal level of it. And so I didn't get a very long look at it. I tried to reposition because I was going behind a hill and wouldn't get a good view. And by the time I got somewhere, it was gone,
No noise, no
too far away. Far away from
no indicator of anything that can make this practically, float in the air. Nothing that's logical or makes any sense.
I was pretty sure it was something for the golf tournament over in Carmel, and out there. But it wasn't. They have a blimp there. The MetLife, I think, goes there. And I looked around. I didn't see anything, and I kind of asked some friends. They didn't, Anyway, it wasn't a blimp, I guess.
Well, yeah, blimps. People recognize blimps, but they don't have square edges, and they're not rectangular and sharp 90-degree angles on 4 sides of it. So
it was unusual. Definitely, it was a trip.
Weird,
for sure, because it was big. If it was above you, it would have definitely blocked out a bunch of sky, like a cloud would. Except it was, kind of above the cloud. But anyway, it was an interesting.
How'd you lose sight of it? Yep.
Yeah, I was going down a hill, and there's just a little bit of the hill comes out, and you have to kind of go around it, and you sort of lose the view towards the northeast, kind of, because you're looking sort of east, southeast that way, and this one's kind of more inland and over towards San Jose, whatever.
All right, then.
So,
yep.
Yeah. Oh, and one other thing that dude says, no, the things can't fly up there that far, those Chinese things. And I've been to Thailand, and I've seen people launch them off the beach, these huge ones, and they can go way, 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 way up and stay lit for a long time. So if the conditions are perfect. Anyway, I just wanted to mention it.
No doubt. There's people that film Chinese lancers all the time, and they think they're UFOs, and we get a lot of those videos. And over the past few years, we know what's a Chinese lantern and what's not, and we make our calls when we release our videos of what we think is a genuine UFO, and not Chinese lanterns. We try to roll it out, but then again, it comes back to you, the people. We do let you decide what it is. Leave it up to you, because that's what we like. Now, let's see if we can track down Enigma Seeker, see if he got this. Do you recall the area code on this, Brent? We're going to try and find it. I think this is it. Let's get to Enigma Seeker. You there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, welcome back. So, you shot some UFO? Yeah.
No, I just found a file that I don't think you guys reviewed, the MUFON case file, and I sent it to your email, the cousin's email address, and your Facebook.
Okay, whose photos are these? And I'm seeing this.
Well, do you see it?
I'm going to pull it up right now.
Okay. I also have one that's Google Earth map of what could be a UFO, but my roommate, a friend of mine, he found this and he wanted me to, send it to you guys and review it. It kind of looks more like a bird or a moth, but it's really unusual when you zoom in and look at the pixels. It's a Google image.
Yeah, I see it, and definitely it looks like a classic flying saucer over, let's see, where is it?
Oh, yeah. That's in Marquette.
Yep, Johnny Henry Hibbett shot this, right?
Yes. Originally, he did not want to be his name sent out, but I kind of convinced him and just told him that you should really get this information out. And so I just wanted to share it to you guys. He didn't think much about it at first. I was trying to figure out, who sent this, and he didn't have his name on it on MUFON, so I just kind of somehow tracked him down eventually and sent him a little message. And yeah, I find it pretty authentic. I think looking closely at the pixels, as someone who knows how to use Photoshop, I don't see it as like a direct selection. So, and you can see the shadows on it, and it's not totally symmetric either. So it looks like it has the ability to kind of morph. And most, Photoshop UFO saucers, they tend to be almost perfect, like perfectly symmetrical and shiny, and so those aren't, I didn't see this one to be that.
Good work. Enigma Seeker does what it takes, journalism, and getting to, doing that extra step, pounding the pavement. He's a gumshoe. It's not easy to do what you're doing, and that's what I like about it. So John Henry
I wanted to know if you guys heard about this story in Oregon. There was in Forest Grove, Oregon, there was a strange sound, and as you know, I've been investigating what I call USNs, unidentified strange noises, and this actually reached ABC News. It was just a loud, blaring kind of whistling noise that went on and off, and nobody could figure it out, and it reached the national media, and I guess it still happens a couple times a week, they say.
When it's reaching the major media, now that's kind of interesting that they're kind of following this stuff, but I'm sure that at the end of it, they're still laughing about what it could be. Let me just quickly ask this real quick question, Enigma. As far as this photograph and its UFO, right? We have permission to use this photo. We have permission to use John's photo, but he doesn't want his name out.
I think he's fine with it now. It's just I wanted to give him credit for it, and he said, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good.
And also, it was on MUFON, so technically once it's on MUFON, it's public domain.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. Well, Enigma Seeker, keep up the good work, and that's pretty neat. I'm definitely going to share this. I might actually put this up on the thumbnail because it is a UFO, and I don't think
I find it very credible.
Very credible.
There's also one over Ames, Iowa. I'm not sure about that one. My roommate found it, and it's on Google Maps. It kind of looks like a moth or a bird, and I sent that to you as well, so you can take a look at that.
Well, I like this one. I'm not into moths or birds because I like classic metallic flying saucers, Enigma. Yeah. You know what I mean, right? And that's what this picture indicates what it is.
Yeah, one thing about these UFOs I've noticed, I think they're posing on some of these images on Google. It seems almost strategic because it's like 99.9% of the time they're invisible, but all of a sudden they get in these images. And this one was actually Darren Crapo reviewed this, and he didn't find it credible. But once you look at the pixels, I'm like, oh, this is definitely not a photoshopped item. It's a real object within the frame. So I'm like, I need to get this out there.
Well, you just did. I'm going to share it on the flash chat right now so everybody could see it, and then we're going to be sharing it on Third Phase of Moon YouTube. And we'll quote and give you the credit, Enigma Seeker, for the correspondence for letting us share this image. Also, that's pretty good stuff. One more thing.
Viewers,
quick. Go ahead.
If any of your viewers have heard any unidentified strange noises at night, mysterious booms or anything, check out my channel. I've been investigating that, so keep an eye on it. I don't know if UFOs are the cause, but that's my hypothesis for now.
Absolutely. That's Enigma Seeker, everybody. And he does his homework. And he's not no copy-paste journalist. He actually finds the sources and reaches out. It's pretty cool stuff. And does his background. And that's quite cool. If you've captured anything amazing in regards to strange noises, check out Enigma Seeker on YouTube. He's the guy to go to. So what we're going to take more calls. It's Third Phase of Moon Radio live. 614. You there?
Yes. Hey, Blake.
Yep, it's Blake. Hey, how you doing?
You there? Hey, it's Danny from the 614.
What? Yeah,
Columbus,
what was your
Ohio.
name?
Danny.
Columbus, Ohio. Yeah. Welcome to the show. What was your name again?
Oh man, Danny.
Martinez.
No, Danny.
I'm missing it. Danny?
Danny.
Oh my God. Dennis?
You okay? Danny.
Yeah, I know. Danny.
Yes.
Okay, got you, Danny. Sorry about that. I'm doing all right. We're in our new studio.
Okay, it's on. I'm okay. I'm a big fan. Been listening for 3 years now. You know, I've seen so much. I live in Columbus, Ohio. I live on the eastern edge of Columbus, Reynoldsburg. I live within 5 miles of Rickenbacker Airport and Columbus National Airport.
Wow. Okay, I'm glad you made it to the show. It sounds like you got something to share, man. Let's hear it.
Yes. I have so much. Okay. So like now that I'm on 270 outer belt, runs around Columbus, and it's just a big freeway, you know. But I live towards the eastern edge, so there's not so much light pollution. Anyways, on August 23rd, I saw over 300 UFOs. I saw a fleet. It was a bucket list thing. I checked it off. It was amazing. It was 300. They traveled in triangular formations, the star formations. They tried to mimic stars, and they were hidden in the clouds. And they moved about, in my perspective, about 50 miles an hour, maybe less, maybe 45 to 50. I don't know, but it was 2 hours long. But that's only because I got out of bed and just went outside and happened to look out. I watched. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just, I'm kind of taken aback here. Was this in the daytime or at nighttime, Danny?
This is okay. This is a nighttime, of course. It looked. They were all white orbs. That's all I see. What I've seen since 2012, I've seen over 500 UFOs. I've only seen 13 this year.
Have you been in encounters with the alien beings up close?
No, but that's on my bucket list. I do want to encounter one of them. But
who does it?
I'll tell you this.
Daddy,
I saw a big white orb in 2012. About 30 miles outside of the 270 outer belt east. I was at another location, and it was about 200 feet up. I've seen all kinds of crafts around here, which I believe are also, military reverse alien technology, from the military. There's so much giant silent crafts that fly above 200-300 feet that
sure
make no sound at all.
Okay, slow it down real quick. Let's get back to this UFO sighting. This UFO sighting, because it sounds like you're most excited about this one where you saw this. You said this number 300 UFOs in triangular.
It was probably over. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just a parade. It was a fleet. It didn't stop. It was awesome till 11 to 1 in the morning. Then I had to go to bed. I had to wake up, 6:30 to go to go to work and stuff. But it was dope. It was amazing. 614 Columbus, man. It was the shit.
Nice.
I'm a believer, cool. Blake. I tell people, and they don't give a shit. And here's the best part, Blake. Here's the best part. The next day when I go to work, I have to travel this 270 north to 670. Which intersects right to, the Columbus. It goes right to the center of Columbus. And, in Columbus, there's two giant, old buildings, that are east of the city, and they have pyramids on top. I saw a giant mother craft. It was huge. It was as big as as big as any passenger plane, but just hovering. And it had this shimmer. It had this red shimmer. And I was stuck in traffic. I was late for work. I regret I didn't get over to get any pictures, and I had tried to get pictures of all the 300 craft I saw. I mean, that's a rough estimate. There's probably more, you know.
Yeah, but taking pictures.
This is a real hot spot, man. This is, you know, I understand that there's I live within Rickenbacker Airport, and it could be a lot of reverse alien technology. But I mean, it was like so high up that it wasn't like, it had to have been on like Columbus International Airport radar, you know.
Wow, you know, that's quite interesting. Columbus, Ohio. Danny saw something. Saw lots of things. Over 300 UFOs at night moving in a strange formation. They couldn't be birds because you really can't see birds in the middle of the night, 1 a.m. in the morning. And it sounds like way too much for airplanes. It's hard saying what Danny captured, but I'm telling Danny, have your camera ready. Have it ready, because if you're saying Columbus, Ohio is a hot spot, a UFO hot spot, get ready. Share the videos. I know you're going to capture something, so reach out to Third Phase Moon when you do, because we want to share it to the world. We got a caller, an anonymous caller. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but if you want to speak up and say hello right now, you're going to be live, Third Phase of Moon. Go for it.
Who is it?
Yep, that's you.
Me?
Yeah, it's you, sir.
Hey, how you doing? This is Don Jingle.
Ron Jingle?
Don Jingle, I sent you the photo of the UFO above the 747 aircraft at Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum.
Yes, that's a good one. That's so weird.
Yeah, you know, I just wanted to let everybody know that, you know, we did not see that. There were several of us there at the time, and we did not see that when we took the picture. And we were looking up at the aircraft the whole time. It just simply wasn't there. It just showed up in the picture.
Well, these things are fast, people say, real fast. So in a blink of an eye, right?
Got to be faster than my eye.
But it's weird that sometimes that's the way it goes down with these UFO photographs. We get them all the time. We weren't aware of this object until we went back and looked over the photos the next day or a week or a year. And then it's kind of interesting that there's places that people could share this. Did you share it on our Facebook, or did you send it to me personally on my email?
I sent it through the website.
Gotcha. Well, sometimes that's a bit tricky. I suggest the best way to submit stuff is go to our Facebook and Third Phase of Moon, and there's a visitor post area where you could post photos, videos. It's a great place. Or you can send it to my personal email, and that's cousinsbrothersproductions@gmail.com. It's in the About page on our YouTube channel, and you can send us your photos. We look forward to it. I want to share that one tonight. So, again, if you could send that to us, that would be cool. Let me ask you this. What did your family members think about that photograph after you shared it with them? Said, take a look at what I just saw in the photograph.
Well, it was kind of interesting because none of us seen it. Nobody. And once we started looking at the footage, actually this was off of video. And I sent you a still of that because the video is just way big. You can actually watch cars, right, and count the seconds as the cars are going past that plane. This thing never moved, ever. And we never seen it the entire time we were filming or there. You know, we went all over that plane. And we had video way up the top of it as where that UFO, as you seen, was. But nobody seen it. I don't know. It was really interesting to us when we looked at the footage. It's like, wow, how come we never seen that?
That doesn't make much sense. Why? But that's the phenomenon for you. You know, they got things that we can't even dream of. They're way beyond our capacity of thought. So it's hard to put your brain around why we're not seeing some of these things that are being picked up. on photographs and videos. We got a few minutes left, and I thank the caller, Don, for calling in. That's awesome. Photographs. People reaching out to Third Phase Moon, back to back to back. There's only one place to do it, and that's here. So let's get to the next caller, 213. You're live, Third Phase Moon. Thanks for waiting.
Hello?
Yeah, you're there. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing? Like the show. Do you hear an echo?
No, everything's all good. Where are you calling from?
Los Angeles.
Right on. So I know the City of Angels has all kinds of UFO sightings. There's a lot of people that live there with high-tech equipment that capture it. You want to share one tonight of one of your experiences?
Well, sure. This goes beyond UFO, but I once stumbled upon, a few years ago, I stumbled upon an ability to remote view, and I mentioned it to somebody online, and then everybody in the group online started asking me questions about my personal life, and I didn't know how to answer that, but then they gave me a test, which I passed, and then they made themselves more interested in what I could do as far as remote viewing goes. And then one day, a cat came up to my house.
Hold on a sec. Well, let me just get to this because we're running short on time. But you say you have the capability of doing remote viewing. Yes or no?
Yes.
And can you oh, wait. Let me ask you a couple more questions. Can you do this at any time you want?
Yes.
Anywhere in the world? Anywhere in the world you could remote view?
Not only that, outside the world, outside the galaxy, places like that. Yeah. Is there any simple test that we could do about to prove your capabilities? Well, I mean, you would have to know what's in there in order for me to pass the test. But yeah, if you have a test, you can think about it. There's nothing I can think of. The way they did it was this: is I have an ability to remote view their photograph, right? And so they sent me 3 different photographs of pre-war, current war, and then post-war of the same soldier, the Marine. And they asked me, because I at first accidentally identified an android.
Can we do this? Can we do this? Because I rather the now on this one. Because when somebody claims that they have the powers to do things, I kind of call them out on it, and I say, let's see it, because that's what I'm all about. I got to see it, or when they claim that they have powers, such as you. When people have an experience about a UFO, that's something else, because they're just unsolicited people that had some kind of experience, or invitation, as I call it, an invitation when you see a UFO. But in this case of remote viewing, could you remote view right now while I'm here in Hawaii? I only got 1 minute left to share something that I'm looking at right now and explain to me what I'm looking at.
The method of remote viewing I use is different than what you're talking about. What I can do is identify locations like bunkers and stuff like that underneath areas.
Can you identify Third Phase of Moon's headquarters?
I can tell you this. Underneath the Staples Center in Los Angeles is the International Space Station.
All right. Okay. This is I'm trying to get an answer, and I can't get it sometimes. Well, there's people out there that I like to call them out if they have the powers that they claim, because it's important. Some people have proven it to me that they have insight with their minds and these special powers. I'm not closed-minded on this stuff. I'm very open-minded, and it's quite exciting. This Friday, talking to people around the world. We'll be back next week, Friday, same time, everybody. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone. Have your cameras ready. This is Blake Cousins. We'll see you again next time.
Objects, origin unknown.
Flight, this is Control. Do you still have a visual on the three objects? Flight, this is Control. Do you still have a visual on the three objects? Flight, can you hear me? Flight, can you hear me? Flight.
Control, this is Flight. We're tracking 3 fast-moving objects, origin unknown.
Third Phase of Moon and master music artist Paul Barrett is back with his second album. 11 brand new soundtracks out of this world, heard over 100 million times. Available on iTunes right now. Paul Barrett's Third Phase of Moon, Alien Nation.
Phase.